This is
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, everyone. Happy Monday.
Thank you for jumping on, joining us.
So let's introduce ourselves
Yes.
first. So I'm Dafina Smith. I'm the founder and CEO of Covet in Maine, and this is
Katina. I'm the Education and Community Manager for Covet in Maine.
So we're really excited because we are, for the first time, doing something where we are offering Concealed by Covet in Maine, which is our certification program for hairstylists who want to, learn all the things of hand-tied hair. But we've been offering it for about a year.
Yes.
But this year we are opening it up to beginners, and not this year, in 2024. 2024, we're opening up for beginners.
Yes.
And so we just kind of wanted to take a step back. Talk about, the why of it, who it's for, why we designed it the way that we did, what we learned doing it with more advanced students, and how we've, transitioned it to be something that will still have advanced students, but also will have a home
for beginners.
Yeah. So let's start. Let's just kind of say, I think it's always important to know, like, why did we start this, right? And I'm curious. I kind of want to hear your thoughts, and then I'll chime in too.
So I always feel like we're in the business of problem solving. So like, what have we seen before? What would we like to upgrade? What do our stylists look for? So we really took a step back and connected with our artists and like, what do you need? Like within a method, how can we support you in that? So they took it into their salons, they tested it out, they put it on their clients, they wore it themselves, they got on Zoom call after Zoom call. So it's a testament to their dedication of the method. And then Dafina was the brains behind the operation. She really gave the foundation of it, and they kind of built it into their own. So that's kind of the background of the method. Foundation leading into customization.
Yeah, and I think for us as a brand, our pillars are transparency, innovation, and collaboration. And it really truly embodies all of those pillars. And I think for us, I just felt like if we as a brand, we always love working with people who have had, we work and partner with a lot of other education partners. And so when we wanted to come into the space around certification, it was one, exciting, but two, it's like, well, where is the white space, and where can we kind of bring our approach? And for me, I thought it was really important for the hands-on, in-person nature of it. We have it's intimate, it's cohort-based, which I personally had my life transformed. A lot of it was inspired by before I even began Covet in Maine, after I had my children, I did the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program, and it was influenced by a lot of that, where you had your cohort based, you had accountability groups, you had a lot of online self-work, but then you did a lot of that magic came together in person. And one of the things that I love is that we really created a space where the students sometimes become the teachers, and you learn as much just from other students. And a lot of times too, I feel like educators learn just as much from their students. And so, but the sizes where it's around like 14 per cohort, it's a magical size.
It fits the space well.
Yeah.
And I think with our method, it's 5 weeks online, 2 days in person. So you're getting all the knowledge, the tools that you'll need to bring to in person. And I think that's where the magic really happens. Like you'll get your community. You're like, I've been talking to this person online for weeks. And now it's nice to see them in person and really connect that way, and also share those tips and tricks, because there's things that we want to hear about, feedback that you've had. And it was nice to have those advanced stylists, because they're like, okay, this trick, let's do this, and really like map things out. And we're really excited for that beginner mindset as well.
Yeah. That's the other thing that I love about the students. And I would say, like, the best students show up, and we always talk about this with the beginner's mind. I don't care how much you've done this, how many methods you have. I think it's really important to allow us to fill into your cup and emptying out all your preconceived notions, all the things, and letting, our perspective, and just see if it works for you, and kind of approaching it from that standpoint. And so just for those who are like, well, what are you talking about? Concealed by Covet in Maine. Who are you? What is... So, like, let's just talk about some, like, the 3 pillars of, like, what Concealed is, first of all, we are Covet in Maine. We put ourselves on the map by selling our patented cut point weft, which is an innovation upon a hand-tied weft, which is just very lightweight hair that allows you to kind of stack these gorgeous custom blends and give this curtain effect with extensions. It's ironic because we're both not wearing them today. I've been wearing concealed for almost 2 years, but I took a little winter break. But it allows you to get this really nice curtain effect. It's very, for me, that's why people have loved hand-tied hair. You've been able to do amazing color transformations and really like help your client's hair health as you enhance and extend their hair. So that's Covet in Maine. But concealed is, you want to talk about the first part of what it is.
So again, we started with the why behind the method. So scalp health is key. Like making sure your foundation is there, your parting, beadwork, weft placement, it all goes hand in hand. So with our beadwork, you're doing a hybrid method. It's really being able to give your client what they need in the chair, because every client's hair type is very different. So you're going to want to make sure you have your stitch is going to be a little different. Your bead placement is going to be a little different, but it all comes together under our foundation so that they're able to walk away with a comfortable install that they can wear up. And it'll be where 6 weeks down the road, it's still beautiful. You're still comfortable in it, and coming back into the salon and sharing that feedback with your stylist afterwards that it's amazing.
Okay, so then the second part, I'm going to have you play with this. We'll see if we can do it well.
Yes.
I just realized I was like, we need to work on our audio quality. Hopefully you can hear this well while we're doing it. So I think the second part of concealed is the ability that it allows stylists to have. It has a hybrid anchor. So it's allowed, you have your beads towards your edge in your corners, which your hair is so fragile there. And so we have an ability of a methodology that's really unique, what it does on the edges. But then it allows for, you literally are looking at it and you're like, I cannot see it. Don't worry if it doesn't connect. We'll just project a lot more. We're trying to get our mic up. So it's a hybrid bead system. So that's concealed. So you have like your corners are done beautifully. They're seamless. It's really weird because you can't feel it. There's not a lot of there's not even a lot. There's no irritation from day one. It gives you that day one high pony. One of our sales reps is a pediatric nurse, and she loves it because like day one, she could put her hair up in a high bun while she's at the hospital, put it back down. It's a gorgeous, beautiful beginning. And then you have the hybrid in the middle is a different bead formation. And so it just is a little bit more durable. And if you need to do just like a slight adjustment, you can, which is really nice for stylists. If you have clients who are like going away for a 2-week vacation and they just want to eke out a little bit more. I personally love that part of it. And it's really comfortable, for a client. It's comfortable. There's nothing on your scalp. And the health, especially for me, I grew up with a condition with seborrheic dermatitis. I have a very sensitive scalp. When I was like 5, I had to shave all my hair off because I had it was horrible. So I'm very mindful of things that are healthy for creating a healthy scalp biome that really don't, I'm someone with very fine hair, even though it's coarse. So I love that this method was able to work for the gamut. It's multi-textural, it's multicultural. It was designed for people with 4C hair, who wear their hair straightened, people with wavy and textured hair, curly hair,
so all across the board.
Yes. And I think it's been just a delight to have something that we took our time before rolling it out to really stress test it in a lot of different environments.
And I think that was my favorite part, like seeing the educators go back to their salons, tinker with it, figure things out, and then bring it. And then having that in-person part of it, because that's the big thing. Like, you have to wear it. So during our in-person classes, you'll be partnered with your accountability partner. You'll be able to test it out on one another. You'll have that stylist to stylist perspective, because a lot of times you're taking it back to your salon, you're putting it on your clients, and they're not going to give you that real-time feedback. Whereas a stylist who's behind the chair doing it with you will be open and honest to share those things. And you're also still able to share that within the community with our other stylists and our team as well. We want to see how you're doing. How is it growing out? How does it feel? All of those little things that go into it, we want to be a part of that journey with you.
Yeah, and what's fun, now that we've had a lot of students in, we're having our alumni day, which will continue on for students. But it's nice to come back. A lot of people do each other's hair, and you just kind of have someone who's giving you, as you said, that professional insight into what you're doing. Where a lot of times a model or a client doesn't feel comfortable speaking up. It's also the way our course is structured. It's 5 weeks. You start off with a live call. You get to meet your actual instructor, and then you have a check-in while you're doing each week. You're learning a different thing, but you're still have this community access where you're getting encouraged by alumni and all of the things. And then before you come, you get matched with someone who you're going to be doing the install on, and they'll be doing the install on you. And that's always the most resistant. They're like, I am not putting in extensions. I'm very particular. I had to go, and it's like, no.
And they're the ones that love it. The ones that are like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then they come and they're like, I want to wear extensions for the rest of my life. This was game changer. That's my favorite part of it. It's just like to change your mind so quickly. It's amazing.
Yeah. And then when they take it home, it's a big catalyst because your clients are curious, and it's just great for them to be able to see, oh, this is what it looks like. You just did it, and then see it 4 weeks later, and like you are the proof is in your pudding, right? Exactly. You're the ultimate salesperson for it. So I love that part of it. And what's nice is just that when you go home, it's not over. And when you come for those 5 weeks, what I really enjoyed too, it's funny to see. You would think it would be like the same. People are going to have problems with the same thing.
No,
and it's so different. And it doesn't track and it doesn't translate. And so it's nice to be able to show up and really get that modality training that like it clicks right there. It's like, no, it's just the elevation of your wrist, or it's the firmness of your grip, or it's the way in which you're pinching the needle. A lot of that times that's harder to capture
online.
And so especially for visual learners. And then there also is a look and learn part of the course too. So it's not like you just show up in day one.
You're putting it on someone's head. No, you're able to get your questions answered, talk to our educators, really dive in there too. Like if you want to jump in there and do a few stitches on the model, you have the opportunity to do that. It's very hands-on, and again, hands-on. That's the best part of it. Like you're getting all the nuggets, all the details beforehand, but come with questions. That's what really makes the session, getting all of that answered and knowing that you'll have the support on the back end.
Yeah. So, so what is going to be different about this year is we're here today in New York City. It's my favorite place to be. Obviously, I'm biased. But we've done classes in Arizona and Dallas last year. We're expanding this year. So we'll have Nashville, Miami, New York,
Vegas, California. We're going all over.
It's a road show.
Yes.
And what's nice is that I think and this is also something I had envisioned, was I think each region brings their own flair and aesthetic and style. And I do think it's nice to be able to go ingrained. Everybody's going to learn the same thing, but you do kind of get an insight into I definitely think there's like a Texas look, right? And then in New York, it's more of, I don't know, I feel like we tend to be a little more conservative, and
like
it's
in
more
Texas, so friendly. And then in New York, you're like, okay, what's going on? So I feel like each class had its own vibe. So we're excited to see what other classes are going to look like, especially bringing in those new students. So just to speak to that a little bit, for anyone that's never done extensions, very new to it, but you're really eager to jump in, come see us. Like we would love for you to jump in with those advanced stylists, with educators, and meet with our team and really dive into extensions. in a new way with our team.
Yeah. And then in terms of, because the reason why we're doing this the Monday before Thanksgiving, you want to tell them a little bit, Katina, about why and what we're doing for Cyber Monday this year.
Yes, so we're having a Cyber Monday promo. It's from the 27th of November to the 1st of December. So we'll send you all the links, check your emails, text messages, but we'll have prorated pricing for 1 to 10 tickets. So normally one ticket is $4,000, it'll be $3,000, and then 2 to 4 will be $2,750, and then 5 to 10 tickets will be $2,500. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice over here.
Yeah, there's a lot. So, and we have more information about this as well. You can email education@covetandmaine.com if you just want to get more information. And for those of you who are like, well, I don't want to travel, I have a really big salon. We've also, that was something else that we really like piloted. And I think we got just right for 2024. We can do private and salon training, and our team comes to you. What's really nice about that is you still get that framework, right? Which is, we'll send you the online,
your welcome kit, all the things, you'll get it. And then you get to work with your team. I think that was really nice when Erin came. She had her team with her. They were able to take it back to the salon together and still practice in salon.
Yeah. And so we can come to you. We've also had, a lot of like tri-state area, like just come here in class. I think sometimes it's just nice to get out of your salon area. But once you graduate, sometimes when you just do a in-salon certification, it feels like a little hollow and you're missing out on community. So you'll still have access to our community. You'll still have access to different alumni events and different trainings and stuff like that. And that encouragement, and just kind of a lot of the stuff too is like, what I like about Concealed, but Concealed is just one part of Covet and Maine Academy. And the Academy houses, we do spotlight classes, we've done stuff on cutting with razors and or versus cutting with shears. We've done color. We've also just done classes that have nothing to do with extensions as well. We have our annual event, The Experience here, which is more about the business building and profit, passion and purpose, understanding advanced colors and cutting
and texture
as well. And we're, looking to expand a lot more of that. So if you're already certified in a method, we have the Academy houses, a lot of great educational material. We'll also be, we have something that's previewing. If you look in our playlist with Ian and Lo, they're doing a video on demand class that's just amazing. I've got a chance to take a look at it on, social media and photography and really building your brand through your imagery and the tools and all the tricks. So we run the gamut, and that's what's nice to take that first step. Through Concealed if you're completely new to extension. So we're excited about it. And we just wanted to jump on here and express that. And if you have any questions, the next couple of days we're around.
Yes.
And then even for those who end up watching this, because YouTube lives for a very long time, if you watch us in the future, same information, you just won't be able to take advantage.
So jump on now.
But we always, I think, we always have, there's always a Cyber Monday. We'll have something next year. But I think the biggest thing is as you get into January, February, it's such a great skill to have in your pocket. Your clients love it. And just to be able to have something that you love, you stand behind, and a really great brand behind you as well, I think is just a really great way to start off 2024. And really get that, just that like new pep in your step, right? So,
and it's nice to invest in your education now, especially because the course is you can write it off on your taxes.
Exactly.
So that's good to know. But it's nice to have stylists come together and really learn from one another. We're all about collaboration with them. So we're wanting to see what you bring to the table, teach us as well, because it's open. We send a survey every year because we want to hear your feedback, how it's going, what you're looking for from us. And that's kind of where the foundation of the Academy came from. So definitely reach out to us if you have those questions. Again, education@covenantmaine.com. We're really excited to meet new faces, go to new cities, and introduce Concealed.
Yes. So be sure to, I feel like I'm like my kids. So I was like and subscribe for more updates, but visit also the link in the, we'll have the link in the description to where you can sign up, register, and as well as ask questions. So thank you.
Bye.